First thing I want to talk to you about is foundation. Now, foundation comes in several different forms, several different types. You have light coverage, medium coverage, full coverage. Just determine which kind you need, go get it, and then pop it on your face. So we have several here to show. We have Kat Von D. It comes in a pump. It's a liquid. It can be put on with a brush. There's actually different types of foundation brushes. There's 3 different types of foundation brushes. This one has lipstick on it. I don't care because I don't use it anyway. And then there's also sponges that you can put it on with. This one happens to be a full coverage. I don't use it anymore because it oxidizes, but whatever. There is stick foundation, which we will be using here in just a second, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a stick. There's also powder foundation. All right, now before I apply it, I want to go ahead and get my face ready. Personally, I use this IT Confidence in a Cream, followed up by No Problem Prime Essence Oil. And then there's several different primers as well. Here's a couple of them. The one that I usually pop on is this MAC Prep and Prime, and then I add on my foundation. So first we're going to start out with cream, and we're just going to apply it all over our face. Next we'll go over the top of that with No Problem Prime Essence. It's some sort of oil, something. I don't know. I'm not taking the time to research it, so don't even at me. Now we're just going to let it dry down a little bit. Before I apply my foundation, which is going to be this Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Natural, I'm going to go ahead and give my face a good spray with this MAC Prep and Prime. And then let that dry some. Okay, now that that has dried down a little bit, we're going to go ahead and just take our stick and all over the forehead. Now, depending on the formulation, you may not even need this much, but this one I like to wear very full coverage, and so I have to apply a good bit because it allows you to build. Now I'm just going to take my little brush here, spread it around. Make sure you get up into the hairline. Or if you're using a sponge, you can do that as well. They're usually not this big. I go ahead and I wet mine. That way it's a little damp, and then you can just tap it on around. Now, if you apply primer before your foundation and you find it doing like this weird separation thing, you need to look at the ingredients of your primer and of the foundation that you're using, because not all products are compatible. Some products are oil-based, some are water-based, and when you mix oil and water together, they are going to separate. So if you are having that problem, that could be one of your reasonings behind it. All right, now that we have all of our foundation down and smoothed out and looking about as good as it's going to get for now, we are ready to move on to our next step, which for me is eyebrows.